going on, y'all? It's your main man, Crazy Cabano, back once again, taking over worldwide. And I'd like to welcome you guys to the 10th episode of...
Oh, wait, what'd you say?
And I'm back again with the question number 20 from 49er Nation 1. And I'd like to really thank 49er Nation 1 for making 20 questions. And I think it's really cool that a lot of people are behind this question series. You know, a lot of people do support it. They do participate in it. And it's really cool to see such a little thing to grow quite big. And we're already at 20 questions, so that's definitely really cool. Shout out and congrats to 49er Nation 1 for reaching 20 questions. And let's go ahead and try to get 20 more. So the question that he asked for us, and you know, it's a different question, but you know what, it does make sense at the end of the day. And the question is, which system or systems that you would not like to have the entire collection for? And honestly, I don't think I would really want to have the entire collection for any of the systems that I had. I mean, honestly, I'm really happy with some of the games that I do have, or the games that I do have for each system. I mean, there are some systems like the 32X, the GameCube, and the Dreamcast, and the 5200 that I would like to have more games for. Oh, also the 7800, that I really need to focus on getting more games for that. But I mean, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the systems that I have here, for example, to show you guys why I wouldn't want to have the collection. Either you know, it can be anything from, you know, you just can't afford to have the entire collection. You know, there's maybe way too many games available for the system, which is like impossible to get all of them. And you know, stuff like that. So let me go ahead and show you guys the first example. Well, this first example really wouldn't, I would say, go along with the question. You know, as much as I would like to actually have the entire collection for this game or this system, it'd be way too hard, and I don't want to go through the struggle or to waste a lot of money to do so. So this would be the first question, and this is definitely my favorite system as of right now. And that is, oh, I just hit it right now. That's the Neo Geo AES. The reason why I wouldn't like to have the entire collection or the entire library for this system, because number one, well, obviously, let's face it, you guys. I mean, this system is one of the most hardest and most expensive systems to collect for. I mean, a lot of the games, you know, a lot of the games are really cheap, but a lot of the games are really expensive, very sought after, and very hard to find. Especially the English versions for some of the later games, like the King of Fighter games. God damn, you seen the prices on eBay? God damn it. I mean, but hey, you know, a lot of the Japanese titles are a lot cheaper than the English counterparts. But I mean, a lot of the games, for example, the Metal Slug games, Garo, Mark of the Wolves, Samurai Showdown 5 Special, Matra Melee, Rage of the Dragons, you know, even the Envious version of some of those games can definitely go for a high price. And, you know, a lot of the Mahjong games I've heard that's been pretty expensive, especially the Mahjong controller. And a lot of games for this system is just very, very expensive. One of the most expensive systems to collect for, you know, and when it comes to games. And, you know, honestly, I don't want to go through, like, having to pay $1,000 for this game, $1,000 for that game, $2,000 for this game, $500 for this one. And I just don't want to go through the struggle for that. So this would be the system, even though I would like to have the entire collection. I know for a million years it's never going to happen. I mean, I can probably go for the Envious collection, but even that would be really, really hard. And pretty costly too. So, you know, wishful thinking, I'd like to have the entire collection, but I don't want to go through the struggle. So this would be my first one. So let's go ahead and show you guys the other ones. One of them would have to be this system right here, the biggest system that I have in my collection, and that is the Atari 5200. As much as I do like this system, I do like the innovation behind it. I may not be much fond of the controllers, but I do like the system. There's just something about it that I'm really attracted to. I think it's just the cartridges or just the games. I mean, I don't know, I like the system, but I think it just has way too many re-releases from the Atari 2200 to this system, because like every system or every game that this system has, it's either available on the 2600 or the 7800, maybe the Atari computers, or maybe for other systems, you know, around the time like ColecoVision and Television. So, you know, I try to get the games that are exclusive to the 5200, which is really not a lot. For the most part, every game for the 5200 is already available for, you know, other Atari platforms or other systems and stuff like that. So, you know, I really don't want to have all these doubles in my collection, but if I do find it in the box for a good price, then I'll pick it up. But definitely not a system that I would like to have the entire collection for, because I know there are a lot of games out there for the system that are really hard to find and really expensive. So next one would have to be modern console right here is the Nintendo Wii. I do like the system a lot. It brought a lot of innovation to gaming. There's a lot of great games for it, and the innovation behind the controllers, you know, it's really fascinating to see how far gaming has come when this thing was first out. But I mean, as much as there are a lot of great games for this system, and you can, you know, download games from the Virtual Console, you know, you can pick up a lot of great games for it, but there are a lot of cheap budget titles for this game, as I've noticed. You know, a lot of kiddie games and a lot of games that you really don't care about. You know, when they release the game, it's 20 bucks, 10 bucks, and you know, I don't want to own those games. What am I going to do with them? I'm just going to throw them away or replace the case for a game that I have that's good but may have a crappy case just to replace the case. So I mean, as much as I do like this system, a lot of innovation behind it, great system, but not the system that I would like to have the entire collection for. So we got that right there. Next up is a system that I really do like as well, and I actually have something that allows me to play the Japanese titles for it with no problem. And that is the Sega Saturn. I do have the Action Replay, which works as a memory card, a Game Shark, and a Game Passport, which allows me to play Japanese games on my American system. The reason why I wouldn't like to have the entire collection for this system is that as much as it has a lot of great arcade games, fighting games, puzzle games, racing games, it does have a lot of RPG games. And if you guys don't know, RPG is a genre that I'm really not fond of. I really don't like, and just really doesn't fascinate me. And I know there are a lot of great RPGs for this system, like Panzer Dragoon Saga, Shining the Holy Ark, and you know, a lot of great stuff like that. So, but you know, I really don't care for those titles, and those titles are really expensive and really hard to find. For example, Panzer Dragoon Saga, that is one of the most expensive games for the Sega Saturn, and I don't want to pay like $300-400 for a game that I'm not really gonna play. So you know, as much as I love this game, I do love the fighting games and all the other great games, like especially the arcade games that were available for the system. I just don't really want to fork up the money to pay for some of those expensive RPG games. And this is going to be my choice number 4. Alright, so choice number 5 is a system that has an amazing library of games. It's a classic system, one of the most loved systems for many gamers, but I mean, there's actually a few games that are really expensive that I would not like to go through the hassle of getting them. And my 5th choice would be the NES. As you see, I got this custom painted a few years back from a really good friend of mine. And you know, got some little outer space Lightyear. Yeah, this system I would not like to have the entire collection for, because a lot of these games are really hard to pick up in the box. And if you guys don't know, I'm trying to pick up games in the box only. I don't like to pick up loose games. For me, it's just too much of a hassle to maintain them, keep them clean. I'd like to have them in the box so, you know, they can stay nice. I don't have to really do a lot of maintenance work on them. I mean, every now and then, but not as often as loose games, because they get dirty really quick. And you know, as much as I love the system, I love to pick up the games for it, but you know, to try to own games like Action 52, Cheetah Men, Stadium Events, the Nintendo World Championship cartridge, those games go for a lot of money, and I really cannot afford to pick up those games. So that would be another reason why I would not like to have the entire collection for the system. And also, it's really hard to get a lot of the boxed games, or to get the games in the box. It's really hard because most of them obviously come loose, and I'd like to pick up box only games, and it's really hard for this system. So this will be my 5th choice right here. And the last system that I'm going to be showing you in this collection, I'm going to show you, and you guys already know why I don't want to have the entire collection for this system. the PS2. One of the best-selling systems, one of my favorite systems of all time, but I wouldn't want to have the entire collection because there's going to be a shitload of crappy games for this system. And since that it does play PS1, even more of a library that you have to get all the games for. And I'm like, I don't want, that's going to be even the biggest hassle. I mean, because you have to think of all the games that were available for the PS1, all the ones that were available for the PS2, and that's a shitload of games. I want to say maybe 2,000 when it comes to the both systems. Who knows? Maybe even more, but maybe even less. And you know, this system had a little bit of everything. A lot of RPGs, racing, fighting, adventure, platformer. Man, everything. And obviously a lot of cheap budget titles and sports games, sports games. And I don't want to have to go through that. I don't want to have to pick up every single sports game I see. I mean, that's just bullshit. I mean, I'm pretty much happy with all the games that I do have for the PS2. There are a few games that I would like to pick up though, but I'm not trying to pick up every single game made for this thing. So this is my sixth choice right here. Not gonna go through the hassle. So yeah, guys, gonna give you guys a little bit of a brief cap. Right here, PS2, Wii, Sega Saturn, NES, Neo Geo, and Atari 5200. So these are the 6 systems that I just wanted to, you know, show off and to tell you guys why I wouldn't want to have the entire collection for each system. Even though this one doesn't really count, I would like to have the entire collection, but there's things that I would have to go through that I don't want to do, you know, like coughing up a big chunk of money and yeah, stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think. Give a like, thumbs up, and add it to your favorites. And until then, this is the 10th episode of
Wait, what'd you say?
49er Nation 1 question number 20. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until then, it's your main man Crazy Gabano, wishing you best of luck, God bless, thanks for watching, and let's get that money, son. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot to add one more quick reason, the reason why I would not like to have every single Neo Geo game. Look at the size of the fucking cartridges! Look, it's almost the size of a Nintendo Wii! Look at that shit! And look at the cases! Oh my god, they're like the size of freaking Bibles! I mean, that'd be way too much space. They take up a lot of space. I mean, look at that shit. I mean, I don't know. Ask 78 Strider, SNK Neo Geo, man. That shit is fucked up, son. What's up, y'all?